Ladies and gents, welcome back. Welcome back. We're back again with a weekend preview. Today I'm joined by someone a bit different. Laron, what are you saying? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, man. How you doing?
No, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. So
Okay.
let's just get straight into the games. Normally I start off with talking about Spurs, but we'll start off talking about your team,
Yeah. Okay.
Arsenal. Obviously, you played Liverpool a couple of days ago, and
Yeah. A few days
you
ago.
played
Yeah.
quite well actually. First half, but there was just no cutting edge. Do you
That was
do
the
you
difference.
Yeah, that was the difference because look at the chance that you had, and
Yeah.
then they went straight down the other end and they scored.
Yeah.
Do
That's
you
literally the difference. Yeah.
do you think that's going to have any sort of impact in your game against Villa?
No, because against Villa, we're gonna get more chances than we did against Liverpool. So
Mm,
obviously, I expect us to do a lot better against them. To be honest with you.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I expect us to beat Villa. I
Mm,
do. I do think we should beat them. It probably won't be like a big scoreline.
yeah.
Maybe a 2-1 or something like that. Because Villa too are strong.
Yeah.
Going forward as well, they're really strong as well. But yeah, we should beat them. To be fair, I mean, like I said, against Liverpool, the difference is up front. The attacking players they have at Liverpool at the position is just different to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally kept them at bay all game, and then a little chance, a little sniff, bang, it's a goal, another goal again after that. So yeah, I mean that's. I think for us as a team to challenge the big boys, i.e., Liverpool, City, Chelsea, we're gonna have to literally strengthen top half of the pitch. Like Martinelli is
Yeah.
good, it's one for the future. Saka's not bad either, a good player too. Lacazette, as hard as he works, is not pure goal scorer anymore. This
Yeah.
is not Lacazette from Lyon days, you know what I'm saying? So that's not him. Um, we're gonna need a striker to be fair, a big boy striker.
Yeah, and I think that's where Arsenal might possibly may come short just because of that area. Because Lacazette, he's not doing it. Like he's not. I know he works hard, but
Yeah,
there's no goals
he's
there.
he's not. I mean, like similar to Giroud, but even the thing is, Giroud was hold up player, but at least he still chipped with quite a few goals
Yeah.
and often important goals as well when he needed it. But with Laka, it's just yeah, he's almost doing a bit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to be
Mm.
focused. His job is to be in the box. When you're focusing on tracking back to defend and link up, play that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
really needs to be more focused on doing his job in the box. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm watching him during the game. There's time he's tracking back and defending, and after you've got bum up and stuff,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work. Eddie Nketiah as well. His situation is unclear. He's probably going to leave. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
He hasn't signed a contract yet, but he's not the answer either. To be fair,
Yeah.
following Balogun, he's at Middlesbrough on loan.
Yeah.
What is he want for the future? I don't know because, like I said before, academy football is not men's football.
No,
You
it's
know what
not.
these guys were talking about. They're good academy players,
Yeah.
but can they make the transition over to men's football? And that is the thing. I remember years ago looking at Reece Nelson in the academy, thinking this kid's going to be a star. But where is he now? Do you know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't one that talked about. Saka wasn't even the guy during the time at the academy.
Yeah.
Reece Nelson was the one everybody was talking about. Yeah, he's going to be the next big thing coming out of Hale End. And now, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I think the ones that do well are the ones that make the leap from youth football into men's.
Yeah.
Successfully. Those are the ones you know what I'm saying? Potential, that's what it is, just potential. Charlie Patino, another one we're talking about Arsenal. Yeah, it's this and that, but his first game that I saw against, the senior team, what was against Forest, right? In the FA Cup.
Yeah.
He looked lost. He just looked like clueless a bit, to be fair. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It looked like it was a bit too much for him.
Mm.
When you watch him in the youth football when he's gliding past players and doing this sort of stuff, I said, this is different. These guys are seasoned professionals, man. These are men you're dealing with. This is a different ball game. You're not just going to guide past players like that. You need to. I think for him, it's a bit more developing physically in order to have the confidence mentally that he knows he can do these things what he's doing at youth level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then that'll be
I
it.
think I think youth level can fool a lot of people, making you think someone is better than they actually are,
Yeah,
and
of course,
then then it
of course.
like it's serious. It's serious at elite level. But do you think you need to get top four to secure buying a decent striker?
I think the way we are now, we have to because Arsenal is sort of club. I mean, who did we give big contracts to recently, apart from Oba and Ozil, and they both left in unceremonious fashions, anyways. But other than those two, we don't really give out big contracts to people like that, anyways. And
Hmm.
I think nowadays to attract the type of players you're going to want, the world class players. And let's be honest with you, there's not many top strikers about nowadays, anyways. So
No.
the ones that are there have got options. You talk
Yeah.
about your Haalands, Vlahovic wanted him, he went to Juventus.
Hmm.
So there's not many about, and the ones that are there, everyone else wants them too. So unless you're paying the big wages, which Arsenal I don't think I want to, you're in a different market.
Yeah.
And I think Arteta now he wants the type of player who's hungry, who can mold. If I don't think Arteta wants to buy a superstar, I think Arteta wants to buy somebody who wants to become a superstar.
Hmm.
That's the
No,
difference, you
you're
know.
right
So
because you can control them.
precisely.
Mm.
It's the whole thing. Similar to Pep. Pep
Mm.
is no one should have a bigger ego than the team. You know what I'm saying? Than me. That's Pep's philosophy. I'm the guy. I'm the one they control. The moment you step out of line, there's consequences, and it's just like Pep has. Yeah, Pep has. I remember his time at Barca when he's dealing with Ibrahimovic. The guy came with an ego. He just said, "Nah, you're not for me. You've got to go."
Yeah.
Eto was the same thing. Go ego.
Yeah.
Said you got to go. Anybody that was just too big for the ego to manage, you just got rid of them. Ronaldinho, Deco. When he came in, all these guys, the big star guys, they all left. They all
Yeah.
left. They all left. Is that Man City now? Even though they've got like world class players there, but there is no ego, so to speak, of in that team. You see what I'm saying? There's no egos. They're all top players, but there's no egos,
Yeah.
and that's how he likes it. You know what I'm saying? So I think Arteta wants similar sort of thing as well. He wants top class players, but with no ego and stuff. So I don't know where he's going to get that from though. But yeah, I don't know. What we've got at the moment in Haaland is not that at the moment. To be honest with you,
Hmm. Do you think Villa are going to give you any like, sort of problems? Because Villa have been a bit missing hit since Gerrard has gone in there. Like they've had some good games and then they've had some poor ones. So you
they
kind of just
have.
don't know what you're going to get.
But I like Gerrard as a coach because I think he knows what he's doing and he knows how to set up a team properly to begin with.
Hmm.
He will set them up right to be solid. Um, and I think Coutinho's finding his form at the right time as well.
Yeah.
He's finding his form at the right time. And don't forget, in what's his face, the fellow up front again, Ollie Watkins
Yeah.
and Danny Ings. They've got two good players up front.
Mm.
They've got good,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? They've got good players up front. The team is there. The thing is, what Villa turns up on the day, because if they turn up and play football, I think they can edge a 1-0. I think Villa can hold a 1-0 lead against us. They
Yeah, but
can.
I don't know about Tyrone Mings. He's been a bit off this season.
But that's what I'm saying to you. It depends what Villa turns up. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, look us against Watford now. It was 3-2
Yeah.
in the end. 3-2
Yeah.
in the end. And Watford have been poor all season.
Yeah. You're right.
You know, Villa are a lot better team than Watford. So if they can,
Mm.
bring us to 3-2, I don't think Villa are going to give us chances to score 3 goals against them. To be honest with you. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I think they'll keep a much tighter ship. If we're going to win, like I said, it's small margins, 1-0, 2-1. That's all scoreline.
Fair enough. Um, do you think what do you think when it comes to Arsenal's chances of getting the top four?
It's in our hands. We've got games
Mm.
in hand of Man United. So top four is ours to give away.
Mm.
It's ours. If all we've got to do is just make sure we win our games and we're guaranteed top four. At the very least, we'll be in Europe anyways. It'll be Europa League or Champions League. It's one of the two. But you know, listen, for a club that's been out of Europe for so long, right now I'll take anything because I know that we're on the right track.
Yeah.
Arteta, to be fair, in the beginning I was skeptical. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very skeptical. I wasn't seeing any progress. I wasn't buying into what he was doing. I thought getting rid of Aubameyang was a mistake because obviously we had no one else to replace him. And to this day now, we still don't have anybody to replace him because people are saying, yeah, it was a good idea because we're winning the games, but we're not really blowing teams away like that anyways. We're winning games
Hmm.
that we should win
Yeah.
anyways. You know what I'm saying? Now against the top teams now, fair enough, Oba has a bit performed, but we could have found this form. Look at him at Barcelona.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
seems to have found the form, and that's the type of player you'd want against your Liverpools. You know, find his form at the right time. Say, right, we need you, Oba. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Get us on the line, those sort of chances, and who knows what you could do. You know, in the team, but yeah, I think it's ours to give away. To be honest with you, but I'm pretty confident. The way Man United are playing, yeah, who knows? Who knows? I'll have to see. To be fair, how the next couple of games go, but I think it's hard to give one.
I think it's in your hands, to be honest. Because I look at the other teams around you, and you've got Man United, who I'm not convinced by them at all. Even though they beat us, they really shouldn't have. It was Ronaldo.
Yeah,
And then you look at West Ham. I think, as well as they've done this season, I think it'll be a bit too much for them. And then when it comes to my team, Spurs, they're so inconsistent. You don't know what team's gonna turn up. You have no
yeah.
idea. Win one game, play well, the next game they lose. So
This West Ham squad they've got now, the positions they've been finishing the last 2 seasons, that's the best they'll ever do. Like
yeah,
sixth, seventh, that's the most. That's the most. Honestly, that's the most they can expect for. And the West Ham squad, what they've got, they don't have the players to finish any higher than that. They
no,
don't.
I think so too. To be honest, I agree. I fully agree with that. I'm not convinced about them. So I think we'll just move a bit swiftly on to that game actually. So Spurs have got West Ham
Yeah.
this week. Both teams on the same point. Spurs have got a game in hand. How do you think yesterday's result with West Ham is going to have any impact in their performance against Spurs?
No, because when I look at the home forms, it's quite similar, anyways. And
Mm,
with both, the thing with West Ham is West Ham. I think they're a bit more defensively. They're a bit more solid than Tottenham.
mm,
So I mean, I think West Ham are going to look to counter-attack anyways against Tottenham. That's for sure. They're not going to be trying to match, Tottenham style of play. It's going to be counter-attack. Try to be solid, 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 and then try to see what they can do. I mean,
mm.
the thing is, right, with Tottenham's a funny one. I don't understand where they've gone wrong from the defense that came. What was it, second or third a couple of years ago
Yeah,
when Leicester won the league to where they are now. I honestly don't understand what's happened to that team.
they stay
I mean,
stagnant.
yeah,
That's what
literally,
happens.
there's been no progress.
Yeah,
I mean, fair enough. That was a good, Vertonghen and Alderweireld. I mean, that was a good duo at the back. But still, I mean, yeah, that is just it's a strange one for Tottenham. I mean, I can see them beating like a team like Man City and then getting to lose against Brighton. You know what I'm saying? That's Tottenham for you.
yeah. I think with the type of players they have now, if you're a team that comes onto them, that's
Hmm.
when Spurs are at their strength because it gives space to people like Kane and Son, and especially Son. Son needs space. Without space, he
Uh,
struggles. Um,
he's a
and
move. He's a move.
yeah, that's why I'm a bit concerned about West Ham game, to be honest, because we really realistically we should beat them because they played 120 minutes, but the way that West Ham will probably set up is to sit back and be compact and then hit on the break. Um, and that's why Spurs need an early goal. If we don't get an early goal, I could see it being a 1-0 to them. So
Mm.
it's going to be very important how Spurs start. Do you think Spurs still have a chance with the top four, considering the form that they've been on so far?
Top four for Spurs.
Mm,
Nah, to be honest with you, that is nah, that's beyond them. For me, that's just beyond them. I mean, how many points they have now? 28 games played on 48 points. Arsenal played 27, 51 points. And Arsenal look a bit more consistent and solid. And yeah, I don't see them finishing ahead of Man United and Arsenal, to be honest with you. So nah, not top four.
it's a weird one because you look at the fixture list that all three of them have got left. Man United have not got a great fixture list left. Neither of you. Um, but we have. But the problem that we have, we're too inconsistent. You could probably win five in a row when we're gonna win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. And Man United, you just don't know what you're gonna get.
No, the difference with Arsenal in of late is that we've become a lot more consistent. And you look at the performances against the big teams, Man City,
Mm,
we lost, but it was a
you should
good,
have
very,
won.
very good performance. Like we should
Yeah.
have beat them. Like I haven't seen any team taking that as far as we did all season. Like we literally took the game to them. We're winning second balls. We're all over them. This is Man City.
Mm,
Liverpool too. The first half, I thought it was ours.
yeah.
We made them uncomfortable. They were just playing it safe. Thiago and Henderson couldn't do nothing. The ball, they just literally side those passes. Obviously, second half they came a bit more alive and stuff. But you know, Arsenal of old, it would have been 3-0 by half time. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying, against us. Nowadays, it's a different ball game. We actually believe we can get a result against these teams now. Whereas Tottenham, mate, it's like it's just crazy. You could be Man City in the beginning of the season, and then you'll go get Pepper later on. And it's you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how they started, everybody's all getting excited. Oh, Tottenham, this and that. And then, look, listen, this is Tottenham. This is Tottenham. I don't want to say it, but it's Tottenham.
No,
So
we've got a long way to go in terms of certain players in our team, because you look at our central midfield. I'm quite content with Bentancur and Højbjerg, but as soon as I see Harry Winks in the starting lineup, I know that the likelihood is we're going to lose. So
you know what, yeah. I wanted to ask you, 'cause you're obviously you're a Spurs fan. What do Spurs see in Harry Winks? I don't see what he offers. Is he a great attacking player? Is he a great defensive player? What does he bring to that midfield?
bruv,
Højbjerg breaks up plays. He's a hard worker. That's what he's there for.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Bentancur has got a bit of all around him. Even when what's his face, the one that went back to France,
London Belly,
and Ndombele, when he was there, going forward, he was probably the best player going forward. Like he had
yeah.
great feet and stuff. What does Harry Winks bring to the table? Literally, I just don't see it. He
Bruv,
looks busy, but that's about it.
bruv, I think if you ask 90% of Spurs fans, they want him out. Like, no offense to the geezer, but I think there's some players who make it to elite level and play for certain clubs just because they're likable people. And
Another Ryan Mason. That's what it is.
Ryan Mason was better than Harry Winks, though. He was better than
Similar,
he had a bit
similar.
more. He had a bit more to him though than Harry Winks.
Possibly, but I see kids out all the time, even at academy levels. They just sort of, you know, they're tidy on the ball, but they don't really have much effect on the game. You see where I'm coming
No.
from? Just
No.
tidy with no effect on the game. Like, as a midfielder, you have to affect the game. You have to affect the game somehow.
I agree.
Højbjerg affects the game by his defensive work. He's on point. That's how he does his job.
Mm.
Harry Winks, you're not that guy. Defensively, that's not you. You know, I don't understand what he's there for. You can't just have passengers. He's a passenger on the team.
Bro, he's
He'll
always been a
play
passenger.
it safe.
He's always been a passenger. Like when we had I think because we had Dembele, it covered up a lot of cracks. Like Dembele, he runs the midfield by himself. So when Winks was playing next to him and Spurs were playing well, people were like, oh yeah, Winks keeps the ball. He keeps the ball ticking. But the problem with Winks, all he does is pass sideways and backwards. That's what he does, sideways and backwards. Because there's fear, bruv. Just scared to do anything, bruv.
Another John Obi Mikel. That's what it is, mate.
Bruv. But listen, with John Obi Mikel, it was most of the time he didn't lose the ball. He didn't lose the ball.
One second. Yeah, I just need to get a drink because I've got bad coffee.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the content so far. We're going to talk about, after we talk about Spurs, we're going to talk about the FA Cup a bit. And then we're going to do some predictions for the games this weekend. So there's big FA Cup games. So yeah, we're going to do that.
Right, I'm back now.
Back again. So yes, I don't know. Like, how do you reckon the game's gonna go?
If I'm a betting man, I'll say you get a draw. I just don't see. I don't see Spurs beat West Ham. I'll go for a draw.
Yeah, we've had one. Yeah. We've had one comment coming in from Ryan saying that 6 would be a good result for Spurs at this stage of the season.
6.
Yeah. So, Ryan is an Arsenal fan like yourself. But no, I think to be honest, where we are is literally that's what it's looking at the moment. To be honest, because we're not consistent enough. I look at the games that we've got left. How many of those games could I guarantee that we're going to win? I don't know. I don't know with this team.
You got to think about it. Wolves are in the mix as well, anyways, for that position. So it's Wolves, West Ham, Tottenham.
But I'm not. I'm not concerned about Wolves, if I'm being honest. My when it comes to the race for the top four, I think it's either you and Man United. When it comes to like,
Well, yeah, top four, yeah, top four is us and United, that's for sure. But now you're talking about fifth and sixth now, isn't it? So you're talking about
I
Europa
think
League. You want to be.
I think we'll finish above West Ham. I think West Ham Europe is going to mess them up. I was glad they went through yesterday. I was absolutely glad, and I was glad they played 120 minutes as well.
Yeah, I know.
So I think it's going to get to a point where that's going to take priority for them, and they don't have a big enough squad to handle playing Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. They've done really, really well to be where they are and still compete. But look, they've got one striker who's not firing at the moment, but he's still a handful. And then, yes, I don't know. I'm not convinced they can stay with the pace when it comes to that. I think,
No, you're right. You're right. They don't have the squad, the depth to do that. To be honest.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean that's a fair assessment. To be honest with you, I would say. Mm, yeah, we'll
I
see how it
don't know.
goes. Anyways, we'll see how it
Yeah,
goes.
we'll see how it goes. I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Spurs.
Spurs.
But
Is that your Spurs hat talking? Is it? Yeah.
that is fully my Spurs hat talking because
Okay.
this team, I don't trust them. I fully don't trust them.
Okay.
I don't think Spurs have played this season, and I've been
Mhm.
100% convinced they're going to win the game. Not
Yeah.
once, which is poor. Which is
The thing
poor.
is with Spurs, even when they're leading, you're not confident they're going to keep the lead.
No,
And that's the problem with Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing games off. Certain teams, Liverpool, City, whatever, Chelsea, when they're in the league, at least by 2 goals, game done. Like game is
yeah,
done now. It's locked. But with Spurs,
I
nah,
don't know.
mate,
You don't know,
it's just so mental.
especially if you see Sanchez in the back. Like you just have to panic, bro, because he's got calamity moment in any second of the game.
But he surprises me because when he first came, he was super reliable. To be fair, I thought he
Yeah,
wasn't getting a game in because obviously the other two, Alderweireld and the Tonga were doing their bits. But I thought he'd be the mainstay now. After once they left, I thought he would be the main guy. But he surprised me to mention that he's been this poor.
bro. Look at who he was playing with before. There were two defenders who were ballers as well. Like they'll compose on the ball. They did all of that stuff. He just had to run and be athletic. That was all he had to do. And now he's been asked to do a bit more. It's supposed that he's not really, in terms of technical with the ball. He's not that. He's not that at all. So
But then
I don't know.
that says to me then that look, these are professionals, right? Because this is what we're saying. We're saying that these guys have to be at this sort of level to make it, and then you're saying that a professional player who's playing for a big club like Tottenham is not good on the ball. For me, that should be a minimum.
Well,
And,
that's another story, bro. That's a completely another story when it comes to like because there's people making it as footballers, and I wonder how. Don't get me wrong, he's got attributes, but there's many footballers out there that don't even have a first touch, and I don't understand how you can be a professional footballer and not have a first touch.
mm,
It,
that's true.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's true though. It's true. It's true. It's true. It does. I mean, yeah, as well. They're making a living, I guess. So you might have to complain. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Anyway, let's talk a little bit about the FA Cup games that we're not involved in, unfortunately. So, first game I know that's going on is who's playing tomorrow, but I know Southampton are playing Man City, which is you don't know what Southampton's going to turn out really.
So FA Cup tomorrow. You got Middlesbrough, Chelsea.
Middlesbrough, Chelsea at Middlesbrough and Chelsea. Have they got fans there? Or they're not allowed fans there.
The last when I was watching the news a few days ago, apparently Chelsea
Yeah.
had only sold about 650 tickets. I think 650 tickets. Yeah,
Okay.
up at that point. So that's a right really compared to.
I think they'll be fine though. I'm going to be honest. When we lost to Middlesbrough were nothing special. Spurs were awful that day. And even when Middlesbrough beat Man United, they were lucky. They were very lucky. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
I'm expecting
yeah.
Chelsea to comfortably win that game
Well,
against.
they should do. They should do. They should do. They
Yeah,
should do.
I think they should do. I don't know if Lukaku's going to play. That's an interesting one because it seems like he's just not in the plans.
I don't know how you going to spend 97 million pounds on a player, and you can tell me it's not in your plans. This is this is what I'm saying about the Roman era.
Mm,
Only someone like only an owner like Roman can just do that. You know what I'm saying? Most clubs now, if you're gonna spend almost 100 million on the player,
Yeah.
you're gonna at least stick with him and
Yeah.
try. But 97 million, you just think, yeah, nah, if it doesn't work out, we'll go get someone else. Right? But to be
'Cause
fair though, I've never rated Lukaku anyways. I'll be honest with you.
I think you need to play to your strengths, and the way Chelsea play, don't play to your strengths. It's not a coincidence that when Reece James got injured and when what's his name on the left hand side, Chilwell got injured,
Yeah,
Lukaku's goals dried up because they played balls into the box. That's where you're gonna
yeah,
get the best out of him. Now the
very
players,
true.
now the players they've got, they're gonna try and play to feet and all of that. And Lukaku strengths they don't suit the players that they've got right now. Like,
Mm.
so I think they're going to struggle, and I don't know if they'll be able to keep him, to be honest, because I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, like Ryan's actually asking now, do you think Chelsea can actually hold on to third? Because we've they've been a bit funny. Obviously, Arsenal have been doing well.
Can Chelsea hold on to third?
Mm,
I don't see why they can't. So what are they? They're 10 points behind Liverpool
yeah,
with the game in hand. So
yeah,
if they win it, that gets dropped to 7 points.
yeah,
Uh, I mean, yeah, currently there's 8 points between Arsenal and Chelsea, and we've got a game
yeah,
in hand over Chelsea. So if
yeah.
we win our game in hand, it's down to 5 points. So it is tricky, but Chelsea, like I said, the thing is Chelsea is even when having the bad patches, they know how to win, they know how to get over the line, they know how to get results. So I expect Chelsea to finish above Arsenal on that front. Yes.
I do too, because I think the top three, pound for pound, there's not much in between them. I just think it's the consistency when it comes to Liverpool and Man United that are better than Chelsea. But on their day, you don't know who's gonna beat who. Um,
You don't. To be fair, you don't. When City play everyone else, I'm always sure it's a win.
yeah,
But when they play Liverpool or Chelsea, it's 50-50. Arsenal now, they'll still beat us, but we'll get to a point too. Give it another year or two when we build a squad even more, then it'll be like, it'll be like the other two as well, where you just don't know who's going to win the game. So, I
mm,
mean, yeah, I mean, Chelsea finished third, man. I've got no worries about them finishing third, to be honest with
yeah, I agree with that. So yeah, so we touched a little bit on it. Southampton against Man City. Who are you going for?
Southampton, Man City.
Yeah,
Man City, that's not
yeah,
even a shadow of a doubt, Man City. It's
yeah.
just not. It's just not. It's just yeah. There's nothing. I haven't seen anything in Southampton of late to worry me to think that they'll cause a problem to City. No, not at all.
I think they drew the last time they played in the league.
Yeah,
They
this is
drew in the
different ball
league.
game. This is different
It
ball
is a
game
different
now.
ball game, but City FA Cup has not been. I think since Pep's been there, they've won it once, haven't they? It's not really been their competition.
You know what it is, yeah. Even though they don't, I'll be honest with you.
Hmm.
Like even Pep says that he wants to win all these competitions. He doesn't. What he really wants to win is the Champions League. That's what's eluded him since he's left Barcelona.
Yeah, but he's not going to say that.
You
He's
know what
not
I'm
going to
saying?
say
Yeah,
that.
he's not going to say that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But he has enough strength in depth. He literally has two players in every position,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
he can rotate the squad, and they're still strong.
Yeah.
He can put people like Nathan Ake in the back and still win games. Zinchenko come in and they still win games.
Yeah, I think their squad in terms of you. I say anyone that plays fantasy. I think the only player I would put in my team for Man City is Edison because you don't know who else is going to play. You don't know
Yeah,
who else is going to play. Like it
it's
could
true.
change. You
It's
think
true.
De Bruyne is going to play, and then De Bruyne gets dropped. Like, bro,
It's true.
everyone's droppable in that team.
Everyone, even Gundogan, when he was doing it on form, he
Yeah,
doesn't always start. Sometimes it's true. Anyone. But he can do that because he's got the squad to do that though.
yeah.
He's
No,
got the
you're
squad to do
right.
that, and that's what it's for. Everyone will get game time. It's you're in how many competitions? You have to rotate the team. You can't make the same team play all the way through. It's just not possible.
Mm.
Longevity wise, it's nah.
But do you think the lack of striker might end up backfiring for them? Because you look at Liverpool front five, it's mad, and City don't have any of that. Even though they create bare chances, they don't have anyone that's going to put the ball in the back of the net consistently.
The way they play with a false nine, they don't need a striker. The way Pepper set his team up, they don't need a striker. A striker would be good, a focal
Mm.
point, but they don't really need one. The way they play because it's possession based, it's dominance. And when they've got possession, watch the teams. Whenever someone like Foden is playing or Bernardo, these guys they're pocket mongers, man. They're always in the pockets. Phil Foden, I
Yeah.
watch him religiously sometimes, man. If you don't keep your eye on that kid, mate, he's right in them little holes in the pockets, and he's crafty.
No, no, I kind of agree, but I think the different when you look at Pep's team with City compared to let's say Barcelona, the difference is they kind of play similar, but they had Messi who scored loads of goals, and he's not a striker. This
Messi and
team,
Iniesta, with the
yeah,
difference is true.
yeah, this team just they create for the amount of chances they create. It's ridiculous that they don't score more goals than they do. Because every game, chance after chance after chance after chance, and I see them missing sitters every game. And that's
But they push you back. They're always pressing so hard. Not only
mm,
do they peg you back, but they press you as well. It's relentless. So
yeah,
you're getting the ball. You're looking for an outlet up front. You're knocking it long. Your striker's only by himself. They just get the ball back again and start again and on you again. Literally, who can do that now for 90 minutes and not concede the goal?
no, you're right.
At some point, you're gonna make a mistake. That's what it is. That tiki taka is based literally on that. It's based on extreme possession, high pressing, and patient football. Wait for your opening. That's what he does. Wait for the opening, get the chance, and bam, it goes. Because your legs get tired, man. You're chasing the game. You're just chasing the ball around all game. You're just tired. You're just tired. You're tired.
No, you're right. You're right.
You know.
Other games, Liverpool have got Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have got. I like this. I like Spence. He's a good right back, right wing back.
Jed Spence. I would take him
Yeah.
Arsenal. To be fair,
I
I would
think
take him
everyone was.
Arsenal.
I think a lot of clubs are watching him. A lot of clubs are watching him. I don't know why no one went for him before. I don't know why Middlesbrough let him go out on loan. I don't get that. But
But who knows? And sometimes you're not the player you were when you're at that club. You're performing at
mm,
that. Sometimes it takes for you to go out on loan somewhere else, and then something just clicks.
mm,
I'm sure if he was playing the way he's at Middlesbrough, they wouldn't have let him go out on loan. No chance.
no, probably not. Do you think it's going to
So
be a straightforward victory for Liverpool?
yeah, I expect them
Yeah,
to do a job as well. On yeah, they've come far enough. The journey
yeah,
ends now for these boys. It's Liverpool
yeah,
for a win for me. Yeah,
yeah. I'm going for. I think they'll win like 2-3-0. To be honest,
yeah,
that's what I'm going to go for. I think to be honest, I think they'll change out their team a lot though. I wouldn't shock me because Klopp likes to do that in the cups. You probably play what's his name in goal, the number 2 goalkeeper in goal. What else is going on? Oh, Crystal Palace against Everton.
Now that is a 50-50.
Hmm.
You look at their form the last 5 games. It's pretty much the same. It's similar,
Yeah,
really. Yeah, that one there is a 50-50 for me. But given that Everton can't defend to save their life recently, and Palace are at home, I'll go for Palace home win.
I'm going for Palace home win as well. I think Everton are terrible away from home, absolutely terrible.
Mm,
They got a good result against Newcastle, but I reckon they're going out. I reckon they're done. I reckon they don't stand a chance. So I think that's
yeah,
that in terms of FA Cup. There is in terms of other. There's one more Premier League game. Well, actually, let me check. So this weekend, yeah, the other Premier League game is there's one going on now actually, which is
yeah.
Wolves
Leeds
and
and Leeds.
Louis, which is 2-2 at the moment. Oh, Jimenez has been sent off. So
Oh wow, okay.
that's a bit of a crazy one. In fact, Wolves were 2-0 up, and then Jimenez got sent off, and then Leeds scored 2. Leeds are a crazy team. I don't know what's going to be the result in that game. So you've got that.
Leeds are the one team I look at. They just don't care about defending. They're very gung ho, man. They're like, listen, we're just gonna score goals today. We just
Yeah,
want to
they
score
are.
goals.
And the thing is, if you get them on a good day, you'll hammer them because it's literally if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's one or the other. So you got
With Leeds,
that.
you always get chances with Leeds because that's the way they play the football. So Leeds, they'll either win like 3-4 or they'll
Mm,
lose 6-0.
yeah.
That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just how they are, man. But yeah,
Yeah. So we got another Premier League game is Leicester against Brentford. What do you think the score will be in that one?
Leicester, Brentford, Leicester at home, right?
Mm,
Yeah, Leicester at home. I do tend to favour the home team in this situation. I'm not sure if you saw the game, a few days ago. Was it yesterday? Leicester versus was it Rennes?
Yeah, in the Europa
Right,
Conference
that
League.
was yeah, that was that was a game. To be fair, though, they were literally hanging on for dear life. So that resilience there that I saw from them. Mm, Ivan Toney's been on form recently as well. He's doing all right, bringing goals and
Yeah,
stuff. But Brentford as well, man. They do. Yeah, I think Leicester will edge it.
yeah, I agree. I think
Leicester.
Fafana coming back is going to make a real difference at the end of their season because Leicester's problem is their centre backs. They've been poor. They've been really, really poor, and they've missed him. They've missed him badly. So
But I'm surprised because I liked Sionchu when I first saw about Leicester. I thought it's a bargain. They've sold Maguire for however many millions, 50 or 70 million, whatever they've sold him for, and they went and got this guy for, what I'm saying, what was it, 5 or 15 million, whatever. I know it's less than 50 million they spent for him.
yeah,
So, and he was doing really well. Good playing defender, reliable, but sometimes form as well, innit? Some guys, I don't know what happens with some people. They just lose form like that. I don't understand.
yeah. Some people's form, some people's who their partners are. Some people got the right partner that complements their style of play. If they've got the wrong partner, they're not good.
But this,
Like you look at even Man United when they've got Varane and Lindelof, they look better than Lindelof and Maguire. So and everyone's been going on
Maguire,
that Lindelof.
I don't even want to talk about Maguire anymore. I mean, yeah. I mean, what's a bit said about this guy? Did you watch it properly? The game against against Tottenham.
Yeah, he did what
I'm
Maguire
not.
does.
I'm just watching him. I'm just thinking some of the stuff. You know what it is, right? He likes to play like he's got time on the ball. Like he could just take 5 minutes on the ball at the back.
Yeah,
But you're not gonna do that against top teams. They're pressing you,
yeah,
and you're not that guy. You don't have the pace to like evade a challenge. You're not like you're not that super strong where you could just hold off someone. That he just doesn't. And then yeah, I don't know that guy. But somehow he's still what is he still in the English squad for the
yeah. He is.
friendlies?
I don't know how. I honestly don't know how. Like
Uh,
the thing is, I don't even know who the defenders are. In fact, let's talk about it a little bit. I don't know who the defenders are in the England squad because a lot of them have been off form. And
what
did what's his name get in? Did Tyrone Mings get in?
I'm gonna have a look at the English squad. I don't think he did because I might be wrong. Let me just double check. So the England squad. That is
Hmm,
crazy. England squad.
let's see. Because I know obviously Marcus Rashford didn't make it. Neither did Jadon Sancho. You got it.
So let's have a look at this. Hopefully they're gonna say. Um, right in goal, you got Pickford,
Mm,
Ramsdale, Pope. Defenders, you got Trent,
yeah.
Connor Cody, Mark Gay from Palace, Reece James, Maguire. Mings got in, though, funny enough. He's in there. Luke Shaw, John Stones, and Ben White.
Okay. That
So
is
Mings got in there.
that's very interesting because you look at that defense. Trent is obviously pulled out now because he's injured.
Yeah.
Um, Connor Cody, yeah, he's been okay this season. The Palace players got in, which is good for him. Reece James has come back from an injury. Maguire's been poor all season. Tyrone Mings has been a bit iffy this season. Luke Shaw's been terrible this season. So, in fact, everyone's not even noticed that one. How the heck did Luke Shaw get in that squad? Um,
Luke Shaw is a mystery to me. I don't understand how he can be fat and fast at the same time. I just don't understand.
yeah, no,
He's
yeah.
fat, but he's fast. He's a phenomenon, that guy. Like, he's
Uh,
fat, but he's fast.
I don't,
It's crazy.
he hasn't been great this season. John Stones has barely played, and then Ben White's had a good season. So you
Yeah,
look
Ben
at
White,
that and
yeah.
you think I'm a bit, but you know what? I guess Southgate's got trust in them, and he's just gonna stick with them.
Man, even Pickford, to be fair, I don't think he's been outstanding. Like
No, he was poor
for
against Spurs when we beat them 5-0. Like that goal that
so
Son scored, he should have saved it. Um, he hasn't been the
look,
best.
your club form should determine your England call up. That's how I look at it. If you're not doing great for your club, like let somebody else get a sniff because
No,
I
no.
mean, like Maguire is like because then you're basically telling Maguire that he's undroppable, both club level and what I mean, like national level. It's ridiculous.
To be honest, knowing how Southgate is, this is probably his last chance. If he doesn't step up for the rest of the season, he won't be. He will get dropped in the summer. He'll get dropped in the summer. I think there's what it is. There's other defenders he's not too convinced about yet. Hence why Maguire still kept his place. And there's probably looking at people like Eric Dyer, who is not convinced about Eric Dyer. And then you're trying to think, what other centre backs are there? I don't know. I really don't know when it comes to England.
Well, Michael Keane for Everton, but he's dead. He hasn't had the call up in how long?
I think he's worse than Maguire.
Well, recent, yeah, he has. But this is what I'm saying. These are people that when they came onto the scene, they were tipped to be around for quite some time at a high level, and now it's just sort of.
I think what it is that Maguire, when he first came, he no one knew what he was about, and he was comfortable with the ball going forward and stuff. So no one expected that. And now what's happened is that people know exactly what he's about. No, he's got no pace, and they put him under pressure, and he loses the ball. And because of that, now he's started to lose his confidence.
It's not just that as well. I mean, John Terry had no pace, but he was a much better defender. You don't have to be
because he's smart.
You know,
Because he was smart.
Yeah.
John Terry used his brain. Maguire is not the same type of player. He's not, and I think being captain of Man United is also put a lot of pressure on him. I think he shouldn't be the captain.
Yeah, that's true. Being a captain is your performances, his character, all these things that come into play as well. To be fair, so
yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, no, Rob, it's been a pleasure. I think we'll round up for today.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's been good for everyone that's watching. Please like, please subscribe. Thanks again. More content's coming your way. Until next time, peace.
Good. Nice seeing you, boy.